Welcome to Wrestling Talk in the Shop, where we cover all things professional wrestling, from new wrestling to classic wrestling and everything in between. We go to wrestling, we do some wrestling, and everything in the ring. Join us now for Wrestling Talk in the Shop.
Hey guys, this is Jonathan from Wrestling Talk in the Shop, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to go over the books that I got out of that collection. I got quite a few books. We're going to make it a two-part video. First of all, we got a poster book. I didn't even know that something like this existed, but this was I guess this is 40 year let's see, 40 removable posters. Excuse me. But I'd like to open this, but I kind of don't want to open it. I don't really know what to do. I don't have a place for 40 posters in my shop. But this is cool. That's very cool. That's a great selling point. Once in a lifetime match there, John Cena versus The Rock. And that's two guys that we have back on TV at this very moment. I mean, The Rock was just on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago, and The Rock is currently on a deal with WWE because of the writer's strike. And we'll take a look at the back of it here. That is, of course, WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Challenge, Judgment Day. I guess maybe these are some of the pictures of the posters that are in here. I'm not sure, but that's representing when Lex Luger slammed Yokozuna on the USS Intrepid or something like that. Original price $25. I mean, it's from a place called Hastings. I don't know if you had a Hastings. We used to have them in our area. They're a really cool store, but it's been a long time, and they just couldn't. Mainly a movie rental store and a bookstore, and they ended up having a coffee shop in there. But you know, something that we would like to have nowadays. But anyway, we'll go on, move right along. First, we have the documentary of the Road Warriors. I don't know if this is a WWE book or not, but the foreword is by Paul Ellering. The Road Warriors, of course, one of the greatest tag teams in the WWE history, or wrestling history. I mean, they were really developed more in Crockett Promotions, but they ended up winning the WWE tag team titles twice. Once against the Nasty Boys and once against the New Age Outlaws in the late 90s. I'll read the back of it. This is the Road Warriors are the most recognized name in the history of tag team wrestling. And more importantly, Hawk and Animal were great guys, just fantastic people. That's from Nature Boy Ric Flair. And I think the Road Warriors, or LOD, was one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Bret Hart. The first time we saw them on TV, my brother Stevie Ray and I were like, whoa, Hawk and Animal were way bigger than anyone else we had seen. And they were just killing everybody, and that's what people wanted to see. That was Booker T that wrote that. And this is, let's see what year this book is from. Let's find a date. It's got Twitter, so it's not that. I don't know how long Twitter's been around. How long's Twitter been around, Lindsay? It's not even Twitter anymore.
I don't know.
Anyway, I can't find the date.
Like 2012.
Great hardcover book there. Danger, Death, and the Rush of Wrestling. The Road Warriors. Great tag team. One of my favorites. And then we have 20 Years of SmackDown. I think this book is from 2019, so we're probably around, what, 24 years, 23 years, 24. Don't seem like SmackDown's that old. I remember the first episode. It had Jim Cornette and Jim Ross on commentary. He used to come on like the UPN on like Thursday nights, and then it went to Friday nights. And of course, SmackDown was mainly the Rock show, and then Eddie Guerrero. He's on the cover there. You can see you got AJ Styles And on the back here, you got Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, Edge, Adam Copeland. He just debuted on in AEW this week. Then we got Eric Bischoff, Controversy Creates Cash. This is a WWE book, I believe. I remember them plugging it on Monday Night Raw. And Eric Bischoff, he's great. He started in AWA, and then he tried out for WWF, and they didn't pass on him. And then he ended up getting hired at WCW and was announcer and weaseled his way to running the company. And he definitely had, I don't know if you can credit, you know, he had a good run with the NWO and stuff like that, but I don't know if he was as creative as, you know, you may think he is or whatever. But Eric Bischoff, he recently had a run in like 2019 before the pandemic, and he didn't last very long. Vince McMahon. This is WWE Books, Creating the Mania. I bet that's an interesting book, written by John Robinson. Inside look of how WrestleMania comes to life. Definitely the greatest show, one of the greatest show on earth, in my opinion. WrestleMania, it's really something. And I'll read the back. It says, "This is the most fun I've ever had in my entire life, without a doubt. Ronda Rousey makes the noise. You're going to get hurt. My feelings hurt. You're going to hurt my feelings. Our whole goal is to get outside of your regular life. We want you to put you in our own version of Disney World for a few hours, and we hope to have more fun and enjoy yourself." That's Roman Reigns. And then Kevin Owens says, "I want to leave them with memories that what it's all about. It's about creating memories that last a lifetime." And then AJ Styles, "This is an event that will define careers from top to bottom. We're all doing it our best to make sure that the WWE Universe witnesses a spectacular unlike they've ever seen before. Creating the Mania." My goal is to read these books. I don't have a lot of time, but that's my goal. And then this one, I guess, is Tales from Never-Ending Travels of WWE Superstars. Are we there yet? And it's got true or mostly true stories from the road. Yeah, that's probably right. True or mostly true. Stories from John Cena, Mark Henry, Teddy Long, Shannon Moore. That's a name you hadn't heard in a while. Matt Hardy, the Hurricanes, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Molly Holly, Dave Hebner, Rico, Brooklyn Brawler, Kane, JR, Ivory, Victoria Goldberg, JBL, Stacy Keibler, Lita, Trish Stratus, Booker T, Triple H, Tori Wilson, Michael Cole, Paul Heyman, Jazz, Al Snow, Steven Richards, Ric Flair, A-Train, Dean Malenko, Sergeant Slaughter, Chris Jericho, Edge, Chavo Guerrero, Coach, Rey Mysterio, Devon Dudley, Jackie Gadia, Big Show, and more. I bet these are all like wrestling stories, but I mean, this guy, if he's seen something wrestling, he bought it. That's for sure. Then you got this is JR's book. I'm definitely going to read this one. This is Underneath the Black Hat. I mean, this guy, he's the greatest announcer, and he's not quite as good as now, but give the man a break. He's 70 years old, but in his prime, there was no one better. And I'm saying that from a lifelong wrestling fan. I mean, Gordon Soley, Tony Schiavone. I mean, there was no one better than Jim Ross, JR. I mean, he was good from, if you go back and watch some of the Mid-South, I mean, he was good then, all the way through WCW, WWF, WWE. I mean, and it's a shame to how WWE treated him, because they never really gave him the respect that he deserved. But, I mean, Jim Ross is definitely the greatest. And I'll read to the back here. This is from The Rock. "I realized very quickly at the beginning of my WWE career that if I was going to be successful, I needed a conduit between me and the global audience watching from home. And that conduit was Jim Ross. Proud to say we reached that global audience in a very big way." This is from Chris Jericho. "Jim Ross is not only the greatest wrestling play-by-play man ever, he is the architect behind the greatest roster in WWE. He is also a master storyteller. This book is perfect for his 40 years worth of wrestling. Put on the black hat and get ready for an amazing read. That's anything but bowling ugly, shoe ugly." And this is from Mark Cuban. JR is a legend on and off the screen. He has been a driving force behind a big generation of wrestling fans. He helped grow one of the greatest media market forces in history, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. His ability to connect with some of the most powerful entertainers of all our time is unparalleled, and a book from JR is a must-read. Very true. I'm going to read that one. I'm going to read that one for sure. Then we got Rey Mysterio. Behind the Mask. I mean, that's, you know, this is Dominic's biological dad, and and Rey Mysterio is one of the greatest little guys of all time. He really is. And the older I get, the more I love Rey Mysterio. I mean, because he's been around forever. I mean, he started wrestling when he was like 16. I mean, you're not gonna find anybody that's better than Rey Mysterio, and he's still the United States champion to this day. And I keep waiting for him to lose that title to Dominic. But anyway, and this is just a sample of the books that we have, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned. But if you like content like this, we're going to go over more. We've got tons and tons of wrestling memorabilia, and that's what we do. And whether there's 5 or 105 people watching this video, I'm just happy that you guys watch me talk about wrestling. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.